What's up, everyone? AJ Writes Crypto here. Let's get it popping. Another Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning already. I don't have the chat popped up. What is wrong with me? How dare I not have the chat popped up? 1 second, please. I got to see who's in the house. Got to see who's in the house. Click this button, pop out chat. Boom. There we go. Okay, making some progress here. Making some progress. We got the Davenport Report, SWFL Crypto, Brian Bootyhead, Eric. We have Karen Harris, one of the head mods, the Davenport Report, Varandir Breyer, Ricky Burris, Mass Sauce, Michael Parsons, Mr. Mojo Rise, and Leg Bite. The whole crew is here. We have the whole squad. And welcome, Kathy Ritchie, Brian Bootyhead. You guys are amazing. And hey, look, the Glitter Queen's in the house as well. Thanks for being here, Glitter Queen. The Glitter Queen is on the West Coast with my mom's and my sister's watching softball games, and I'm not even there. But hey, at least she's there. She's my proxy. I really do appreciate it. It's very early over there. What are you doing? Go back to bed. All right, man. It's Wednesday already. This week has kind of flew by on me because I was out on Monday, and it feels like I lose track of days. Like they all kind of smash together into one thing. So yesterday I put out a video, and man, when I start making tutorial videos, I go so hard in the paint. I wanted to make a video about, a quick overview on TradingView. I wanted to alert people that one sec. I wanted to alert people that right now, TradingView has this massive sale going on. Before Easter time. I think the 31st is the last day you can get on it. I actually bought another premium account, so now my TradingView doesn't expire until I think 2026. Why not? And because, I've been really working hard on the Telegram group, and some people in the Telegram group don't know how to draw charts, how to set alarms, how to use TradingView. So, I did like a quick little overview on the things, and then I kind of went into every single indicator I use, quick overview. And I am going to make more in-depth videos like what is an RSI? What is a MACD? What is a visible range volume profile? How to use Bollinger Bands, stuff like that. And these are all videos that they exist out there, but I feel like they don't exist in the way I would make them, like super simplistic, this is how you use it. Look at this example. This is what you're looking for. This is how you make money trading with it. That's kind of, the bullet points I want to check off there. And a lot of positive feedback from that, beginner interview. And I know that there are some people here that, are more advanced traders, and probably some experts in the house. And then, I know there are people that are just getting into crypto. So, I am obviously trying to appeal to people, to everybody. And even if you are, have a seasoned trader, I'm sure you could watch one of my videos and say, hey, I never thought of it like that, because I don't always use indicators exactly the way they were designed to be used. I kind of eventually over the years have evolved and use different things for different reasons. And I think people get a lot out of that. So definitely check out that video if you haven't already. Just put it out yesterday. There's a lot of good stuff there. If you want to know a little bit about every indicator I use, it's in that video. So check it out. I also put out 2 positions on there. Haven't had a chance to check them out yet. Did not trade last night. Been insane busy. Lee F, the graph made a run. Woo. I know. I looked at my portfolio this morning and I was like, oh, do the dance. Do the graph dance. Okay, that's called the graph dance, and we'll never do it again. Oh man. XRP, please. Dimple Paul said, I made I enjoyed the video. Thank you, Dimple Paul. Glitter, he had to dress himself today. Hey, what's wrong with my hoodie? What's wrong with my hoodie? The Glitter Queen likes my hoodie, and I do appreciate it. She even retracted a message. Oh man. Russell Collins, Baron. I learned so much from last night's video. Well, I'm glad you did. That's awesome. We got a $5 super chat from my friend Mackie Powers. Glad I catch you live. Hey, man, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. You are awesome. Carl Wagner, another $5 super chat. I made $10 already today. Let's go. Great TradingView. Would love to see a video about swapping crypto on different networks without Ethereum gas fees using PIN or BAL for an example, or PAL for an example. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. I could make that happen. Lee F, I've tried getting everyone I know into crypto and no one listens. Man, tell me about that. Tell me about it. Well, it's okay though, because you're gonna make, probably like $500,000 minimum. And they're not. And then when they're like, damn, nice car, dude, when did you buy that? And once they realize that you're leveling up and they're still not leveling up, that's when they have the conversation with you. It takes time. It takes time. It's one of those things where he has a $250,000 bag, right? And we're still pre-halving. My guy Lee is going to have, well over $2.5 million by the time I'm done with him. by the time the bull run does its thing, So, some people aren't ready for it. I talk to sometimes when I talk to people I know about crypto, like from high school or family or whatever, sometimes people are really interested. And the thing is that they hear about it and they know like the opportunity. When people like hear crypto that aren't in crypto, they think like either really risky. I watched something on the news. Elizabeth Warren said this one thing, or they think Lambos and unicorns and big stacks of $100 bills, right? And so a lot of people surprisingly are really interested, but they always kind of have an excuse on why. Oh, I can't. And blah blah blah. I can't do it because blah 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 blah. And that's okay. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing because there will be a point where crypto, it will be completely inevitable, and at that point you will already have made a lot of money, and at that point they will be then knocking on your door saying, "Hey, let's talk about that thing again." So. Eddie Views, being patient with your bags makes you look like a fool to some people, which is silly, but shows you how fearful folks can be about crypto. I mean, listen, man. People, a lot of people's relationship with money. Think about it. Think about how most people have a relationship with money. All right. It's kind of like there's a lot of fear there. They don't want to take on any risk because unfortunately, a lot of people don't have an excess of money. A lot of people are kind of going, week by week, and that's America for a lot of people, and that's okay. And because they work so hard for what little they have, the idea of investing $1,000, I mean that's $1,000. They don't see it, and luckily for me, like with money, like my brain has been broken and fragmented very early on with money from my relationship with poker. Yeah, I've talked about this before. And because, I've played, high stakes poker for so long throughout my 20s that, I'm really used to the ebb and the flow of money. And, if you lose a couple $1,000s, I just go, well, shit. And I go home and eat Cheetos. You know what I mean? Money is broken in my mind. And, I don't think about money the way most people do. And because of that, I'm able to make decisions that most people can't make. And when I talk to people like in my Telegram group or talk to you guys here on the live stream, I want you to try your best to break the idea of your relationship with money. I need you to destroy your current relationship with money. They're just fun tickets, as my dad would put it. Fun coupons. Money is fun coupons. Okay. And I really want you to kind of, when you're trading crypto, to not think about money as if it's, this many hours I worked, this much sacrifice I made. I don't want you to think about it like that. I want you to think poker chips. These are units. Say I have $5,000 in Phemex. That's not $5,000 that I worked months to save. Those are 5,000 poker chips, trading chips that I am going to use to create more poker chips with. And I'm willing to risk it all for what I believe is right. Okay. And whether, I'm not even saying you could metaphorically make that ethical, or you can metaphorically make that, statistical, saying like, I think, in this pattern here with this much volume, the likelihood of this position going up or down, I'm going to make money on this. I believe that I've done my homework. I believe in the confluence of the indicators, and these poker chips are going to make me more poker chips. And I think getting that callous isn't easy. And I feel like it is important to really drive this point home, that you need to get calloused. You need to realize, it's not the end of the world if you get wrecked. I think with me, because I had such a colorful 20s, that my ability to start from zero in a new town with no friends, my ability to start over from zero and come out 6 months to a year later every time in flying colors, that's kind of like a testament to my strategy and my style of trading. A lot of people will probably like go to high school in their hometown and live in that same hour radius and not go anywhere. I feel like the people that are kind of like broken geographically are also people that are broken in terms of like their relationship with money. And I think it's kind of just about being fearless and not really worrying about, not to say you don't respect the risk, but not to worry about the risk. You're going to be okay. Once, it takes time to get that callous. It's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. But once you get used to the ebb and the flow and you realize that it's not the end of the world if you're wrong, trading becomes a lot easier. All right. So people would rather buy stuff than invest. Hey, sometimes me too. All right. Money perspective shift. Andy Philpott, $10 CA. Thank you, Andy. I do appreciate the super chat. You're the man. Thanks, AJ, for being real. Please, I really appreciate that. Don't spread opium if it ain't there. That's why I like your stuff. Well, I promise, Andy, I will never spread any opium. That's not my thing to spread. But I don't spread. I want to give people hope. Like I like the term hopium. I think it's a good term. But I'm always super brash about stuff. And I think some people think some people just straight up don't like me. They think I'm arrogant. They think I'm this or that. But I will never fail to tell you how it is. I will never fail to tell you how it is. And that's I wish more people would stop sugarcoating absolutely everything they say. And the thing with that is, like, you can see it, on YouTube, even in crypto YouTube. I can like watch some people talk, and I just think to myself, you are so full of shit, and people don't believe you. I'm not going to say names here, but it's just like, it's so blatantly obvious who has actually done their homework, who is actually well read, well studied, and who is just blah. And do your homework, everybody. Don't go on tilt. Leave your emotions behind. That's straight facts. There's no crying in crypto. Amazing. Lee F. Look at this. I made an Excel spreadsheet for an exit strategy, entry price target, date, purchase, previous all-time highs, number of coins, percentage gain, price per coin. It auto populates. I recommend it. See, this is shout out to my guy Lee here. Out here making Excel spreadsheets. Out here, really trying to get organized. Get organized, put it together. That's the kind of stuff, Lee, he is on the right path. That's what you got to do. All right. I spent my time talking to the chat. Let's get into the show. Man, I could just talk to the chat for 3 hours every day and I would totally be above water, and you guys would probably still watch the show. All right. Let's take a quick look at the market here. Let me get a fresh refresh on CoinGecko. Bitcoin under 69,000. Going to talk about this. I'm a little worried about, the larger pattern that Bitcoin could be forming at the moment. As you could see the thumbnail, Bitcoin reversal possible. The bounce early in the week, Monday, that I called on Telegram, totally saw that coming. But I also knew that this bounce needs to really, really bounce, or we start a bearish pattern. You got to put in higher highs. If you start putting in lower highs until you put in a higher one, you're in a downtrend. You can think about that. It's very simple. I was just taking a quick look at the charts. Really nothing, too crazy is going on. Yeah, let me just do top. Let's not check top 300 for a second. Okay. So Mantle has woken up. Love to see that. Love to see that. Also, KCS KuCoin dropped out of the top 100. They're in 106. It's fallen 18% down to $11. I am going to talk about KuCoin here for a little bit. Man, that whole situation. Damn. All right, Mantle up 48%. Honestly, didn't see that one coming. Honestly, Mantle hasn't really been on my radar. It's kind of one of those coins in the top 100 that I just kind of gloss over. Nothing personal. There's no particular rhyme or reason for Mantle being glossed over. I just haven't got into it. There's 100 coins. You can't know them all inside and out. SUI up. This would be, my opinion, SUI, the big mover, the most significant mover. I mean, Mantle popped, but I'm not much on that one. SUI going 17. We can talk about that. Also, Singularity Net. Singularity Net's a really good example of what I said yesterday of when you realize when you get shut down like we have over the past couple of weeks, and when you start to turn around and come back up, those previous highs become targets. Okay. Singularity Net is the Goldilocks example of that, of what I said there. Singularity Net is, certainly one of my favorite AI projects. I got a nice bag. I bought a lot of it, probably around like 30 or 40 cents. Do I have as much Singularity Net as I have, say, the Graph? No, I don't. But it's certainly a good coin to hold. The beta for what they're doing. So it's basically what Singularity Net, AGIX, it's an AI marketplace. And have you guys ever actually looked at the marketplace for Singularity Net? It is ridiculous. It is, I'll pull it up. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Like, I think people don't totally know about this. Singularity Net marketplace. Okay. AI marketplace. All right. So this is still beta. Okay. It's been around for a little while, but this stuff is cool. Y'all think ChatGPT is cool? This is cool. So this is the beta for Singularity Net. This is not a paid plug or anything like that. I really think this project's badass. So they have all, it's an AI marketplace, spoken language recognition. This is a service that automatically recognizes the language of your voice or any other audio track, so you can communicate with people that speak in different languages. Multi-speaker separation. If two people are talking at the same time, it allows you to, listen to both of them, or like separate them. You know what I'm saying? Multilingual speech translation, a lot of stuff like that. Image super resolution, textual emotion recognition. This service receives a text string and uses it as input to the pre-trained model. The model returns the predicted emotion of the given text. So basically, how text messages, they don't have any emotion to them, right? But now, it gives it emotion. It shows you risk-aware assessment, histogram, showing risk. That's pretty cool. Printed text recognition, neural text generation. What? Neural image generation, handwritten text recognition. This is just crazy. But one of my favorite ones is the one at the top that I kind of went by, is Splitter. Splitter, haven't actually played with it yet, but I really want to, because I'm really into music. Y'all know I used to be in 100 bands. I really like hip hop, stuff like that. So Splitter it lets you split up. All right. So say in a music track, right? There's the bass guitar, there's the drums, there's the singer, there's the rhythm guitar, there's the piano guy. It will separate the individual instruments. So if you say you wanted to listen to a song, but you wanted to hear it without the vocalist, like an instrumental, you can do that. Or if you just wanted to hear specifically what the drummer was doing, you could listen to a track of just the drummer. You could separate and place out all the track. That is insane. That is literally insane. And, AGIX, and what I'm saying here, this is like, the AI marketplace, and these are the products that they will be offering. And when you really kind of think about Singularity Net, has it pumped significantly? Yes, it has. But look, the market cap's not even over $2 billion. When VeChain, HBAR, all them are in the fours, and this one's not even 2 billion yet. And you realize that, you know, the tokenomic situation isn't the worst. And this thing is still a baby, is what I'm saying. It has pumped significantly. You know, you aren't buying in at 30 cents anymore, but at the same time, this is still a very viable project. And my biggest point here is that the marketplace that actually has the products that they'll be offering, the AI products that they're creating, this marketplace is still in beta. It's still in beta. Okay. So it's hard to not raise your eyebrows about Singularity Net. It's a pretty kick-ass project. All right. There's news about a possible merger between AGIX, Fetch, and Ocean. That's sick. I did not see that story. All right, I'll look it up in a second. Fett posted it on X. Got it. Mackie, for long-term capital gains, do we need to stop investing in crypto 1 year before cashing out to pay long-term capital? All right, so it's basically if you onboard onto, you know, Coinbase or wherever, you'll have a record of, you know, where you bought in. And what I'm doing, I'm just basically like trying to buy as much as I can before I'm going to say August. You know what I mean? I know the projected top based off the, all right, so the Bitcoin halving cycle 18 months after the Bitcoin halving in the past has been the top every time. You know, despite the ETF, despite regulation, despite blah, 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 blah. I'm sticking to the calendar here. I'm sticking to the playbook. You know, there are theories that I've heard that the Bitcoin cycle, the crypto cycle is going to be shortened. There are also theories I've heard that the Bitcoin cycle is going to be elongated because the injection of money that came in before the halving, that the institutions are going to want to keep building it. And as the actual halving cycle plays out, they're not going to want it to end, and they're just going to keep buying it, and it's just going to keep going. That's another theory I've heard. And everyone talks about these theories as if they have gone to the future and came back and they know this is happening. No. If anyone had that ability and anyone actually knew, they would be so rich, it's not even funny. It would be so rich, it's not even funny. The truth is, nobody knows because we're speculating. This is crypto, all right? It's super volatile. Do I believe in my heart of hearts, in my heart, wait, there it is, that I have conviction in the projects I do, and that, you know, we're going to make a lot of money between now and Q4 of next year? Yes, I do believe that. Do I know exactly when the top is coming? No, I don't. And no one does. And if they say they do, they're lying. No one can see the future. So regardless of the theories that the bull run will be shorter, regardless of the theories that the bull run will be longer, I am sticking to the playbook that has happened every time before this time. Okay. So when Mackie, you're asking me about capital gains, basically I'm trying to buy everything I can before August, because in the situation where it happens sooner, you know, it's supposed to be November, October-ish of 25. If it say it happens in August, I could get out and still have held everything for at least a year. But just because when August is over, you really think I'm not buying any crypto in October? You really think I'm not buying any crypto as we get up to the bull run? Hell yeah, I will be. And this is why we write down and keep track of everything, or just use the ledger, use the receipts you have on whatever exchange you buy on. And you'll know, oh, okay, so this percentage of this bag I held for a year, and then this percentage of the bag, hopefully a smaller percentage, I did not hold for a year. So what? You know what I mean? Like, it's all gravy, baby. But yeah, definitely try to hold as much as you can for a year. Andy Philpott, $2 super chat. Thank you for the $2. Hit the like button, everyone, and support the channel. I think that's a killer idea. About 240 people in the house right now. Thank you all for being here. Really, really do appreciate it. Amazing. We got Maurice Guy, $5. Thanks for sticking with problems paying for Telegram. Appreciate that. No problem, Maurice Guy. I got you. Always willing to work with the people who are trying to learn, trying to take this seriously. Honestly, I'm not going to get hung up on this for too long, but I do want to talk about this as Maurice Guy brought it up with the super chat. I am insanely proud of my Telegram group so far. I think we already have just about over 65 people already. Here's like a little graphic I made, except I need to put my head somewhere else. Okay, that's fine. Here is the email, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Take your trading to the next level. I started the group last Monday, already have 65 people, and that's absolutely amazing. That's amazing that many people already signed up. And I already know that so many people are already winning trades, already, learning more and more about all the things every day. Every day I'll give a little lesson. I'll give some setups. Over the weekend, I was held up a little bit. I was out of town, terrible Wi-Fi, stuff like that. And of course, it's not going to be, I'm a human being, right? But I'm still every day, I'm consistently posting setups, posting ideas. I mean, a couple days I'm posting, 10 to 12 charts in one day. You know what I mean? So like my goal was to just do 3 charts every day. That was my goal. But then I get carried away because I care. I'm like, oh, look at this position. Oh, what if it bounced off that line? Oh, this is about to break out. Oh, this is curving on the money flow. Like my brain just, hey, I want to show you guys. I want to show you what I'm actually looking at. And that is the point of the Telegram group. And to be honest with you, I've been in Telegram groups before. I've paid for Telegram groups before. This is a paid group. And dude, back when I did Crypto Rev for the first time, I have no idea where Chris went. He fell off the face of the earth. But back when I did Crypto Rev for the first time, I paid $750 for 6 months. This is pre-BitBoy Crypto, AJ. Before I started writing for Ben, or just as I started writing for Ben, I paid $750 for 6 months. And to be fair, his group was way more developed than mine. At that point, he's had it running for well over a year before I signed up. So, there was a little bit more to it at that point, as my groups just started last week, give me time here. But to be fair, my 1 year, so I paid $750 for 6 months of his group. 1 year in my group's $360. It's less than $1 a day, like, basically 99 cents a day. And, this isn't really about the money for me. Is it a paid group? Yeah. But am I charging what I could be charging, or am I trying to get the most out of this as I possibly can? No. This is a group for people who want that extra attention, that actually are trying to learn. Like when I did signups for the group, I was astounded how many people did not know how to send crypto. I don't know how to send crypto. I don't know how to set alarms on trading, who are, invested in crypto, putting money into Coinbase or whatever platform, and they don't know how to do the basic things. And I can't have that. I actually give a shit. And I really, really want to help people who are willing to learn and who are willing to put in the effort. So, I just wanted to take a second to thank Maurice Guy for being a part of the group, and to thank, all 65 people in there. And I'm super proud of it. We've only been going for a week, but we're going strong, and it's been great ride so far. So definitely ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Send me an email. We'll get you signed up. All right, let's keep it rolling. Joe Williams, $5 super chat. Not cousin Joe. Okay, he's not my cousin. That's funny. Take a look at AIOZ, 108th by market cap, about $1, 2x in last month, recovers quickly from dip. Sure. Let me put her on my little list here. So I'm going to pull a bunch of charts at the end of the show here. We'll put AIOZ on that. I know I wanted to look at SUI. I wanted to look at WIF. WIF has been on my watch list every single day. And maybe we'll get Python live on Algorand. Okay, that's today. Hell yeah. Okay. Bitcoin 15-minute dump, news about Coinbase just in, AJ. Okay, I'll check that in a second. Yeah, the ASI coin. Right. Okay, I did hear about that, actually, now that you're saying about it. All right, let me run through some of the stories that I have, and I'll circle back. I will circle right back. All right, KuCoin. Man, this whole thing, KuCoin back in the day used to be like one of my favorite exchanges. Man, this thing, the thing with KuCoin is that we all knew it was going to happen. We just didn't know when. When I was at Decentraland in Miami, like literally a year and a half ago on Ben's book tour, Tom Crown came up to me, dude, AJ, I know you have a KuCoin, right? You have KuCoin? I'm like, yeah, I do all my trading on KuCoin. At the time I did. And you got to get all your money off, dude. The apocalypse is coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got news. You got to get it off. You know, it's not good. You know, and at the time, you know, we were a little heightened fear with, you know, what happened with Celsius and FTX and all the things, you know. So, you know, I listened to him. I ripped my money off Coinbase, and, you know, a month went by, and I was like, all right, nothing happened. False alarm. And then, but I always knew, like, you know, something's up here. Unfortunate. So they have seen 1 billion in outflows since the money laundering charges. You know, this is all alleged, to be fair. You know, they're still operational at right now, but they're in hot water. They're in super hot water. You know, this indictment is no joke. I saw these things about like a $4 billion transfer for money laundering, and they didn't really do anything to stop it and stuff like that. There was this other story I saw. I believe this one here. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Okay. You can. Oops. Okay. Yeah, KuCoin has been slapped with criminal charges. Where is this one line that I saw? Yeah, Tuesday, March 26th, the DOJ unveiled criminal charges against KuCoin and its founders, Chun Gan and K Tang. Two main complaints in the charges that the exchange has served U.S. customers without the necessary licensing and failed to apply anti-money laundering requirements, consequently allowing illicit funds to flow through the platform. The thing with this is that I know, like, you couldn't get into KuCoin. There was at one point, I believe, like last year, that, you know, unless you did like a VPN with a PAL ID, you weren't getting in, or unless you bought an account. I know a lot of people would be buying accounts as well. And, you know, they did say KuCoin is operating well. Assets are safe. We are aware of the reports. We respect the laws and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, there were also people, you know, they said that, and then people couldn't get their money off, worried about it being insolvent, you know, things taking forever. There was a couple, you know, this isn't just one thing. There's a lot of people that were kind of struggling to get that money off. So, you know, that's, it's not like over. You know, some people thought I jumped the gun yesterday with my tweet when I said RIP KuCoin. But, you know, this is the beginning of the end for them, I believe. And it's also kind of you know, I had a conversation about this yesterday on Mario Nafal's show that I did. And, you know, if an exchange says we don't want US users, no. Like KuCoin, you couldn't log in if you're in the States. But it's like they tried to sidestep it, but they're still going to throw the book at them anyway. So I guess it's for what they have done before they sidestepped it. You know, I don't really know the exact details, but it's a part of a larger conversation, just about regulation. And like, we've seen what happened with Binance. We've seen what happened. I mean, they're even trying to go after Coinbase. Like, you know, we've seen how this is played out, and it's like kind of makes you think, like, you know, I hope no one else gets attacked. You know what I mean? Because like crypto, the way it exists now, I would like it if crypto existed the way it does now. I don't want to see like this big drastic change. I don't want to see Prometheum be the only place I can buy Litecoin. You get my point? So, all right. Juan, $5 super chat. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you. What do you think about Quant? It has not moved. Do you think it's a 10x play? Quant actually has moved. You know, I expressed my concern last week about Quant. Let me actually pull a different chart up than the one I have here. 1 second. I know you guys can't see it yet. You know, I have expressed my concern about Quant, and it has moved. You can't. It's not fair to say that it has not moved. It has. Here's a look at the chart right here. On high IQ on the 2 hour, we recently have a hard long exit on high IQ. I interpret that if it tells you to get out of a long, shouldn't you get into a short? I know that's just my take. But as you can see, starting back here, the end of February, so basically for a month, despite it temporarily falling out of this uptrend right here, Quant is, overall in an uptrend. Oh, didn't mean to do that like this. These blue lines here. Okay. It is in an uptrend. All right. I will say that this kind of double top idea from, earlier in March to now, it did put in a slightly higher high, which is bullish. But, so basically, Quant is going to have somewhat of a decision time here come pretty soon because, it does have this overhead resistance that is struggling to get above, but it also has, the lower band of this uptrend right here. So there is going to kind of be a point of intersection. I say, it's at some point in April where it's going to have to do one or the other. I mean, Quant is not going to just go like that. It's going to pick a side. It's going to be pretty obvious. So if you're trying to trade Quant, I would certainly alarm up with this overhead resistance and on this blue chart and bottom blue line and just keep an eye on it. When you consider Quant on the daily, I know this looks very messy. Here, let me just open up a new tab actually, so I find a chart without a bunch of mess on it. Let me get all of that. 1 second. QNT Quant. Oh, that drives me crazy when charts pop up like that. Okay, so let's look at Quant, say on the daily, right? So what I've been saying is that when we have, all right, so up until the past couple of days, we were down here. Before we went in about 5 or 6 days, we were down here. And at this point in time, I was a little worried about Quant. Rightfully so. Oh, not mean to do that. So what I'm saying now is that when we put in these previous highs, back from earlier, couple months back, like Christmas time, New Year's time, these are now targets. All right, so Quant is still a 12% pump away from its local high. So it's not really fair to say Quant hasn't moved. I mean, in 11 days, it's up 20%, including the fall from bottom to top. It moved 32%. Quant is moving. I think it is still a viable play. Is it a 10x? So from here, 136, can it go to 1300? That would kind of be in the upper band of my range for Quant. So I don't know if it's going to 10 from 136. Do I still think Quant can get to 1,000? I do. Will it? I don't know. But do I think it can? Yes, I do. But I would like to see them have a much bigger marketing push. I'm not going to lie. Oh yeah, I wanted to pull. I know that you guys said that there was a couple stories with Coinbase. I'm looking. I know there's the story with Base. Here, I'll show you that as I'm looking for this. Coinbase transferred all funds to the Base network. That's pretty bullish actually for OP. That's sick. That's pretty sick. But I know that's not the story you guys said. I remember I was reading in the chat. AI play fetch Ocean Ajax merger. Yeah, I'm going to look into the merger. Yeah, I haven't had a story pulled on it, so I might talk about that tomorrow. I saw a tweet on it, but I really didn't understand it at the time. Actually, hold on. Where's this article about with Bitcoin and Coinbase? What did somebody say? Can somebody put that tweet chat up again? Someone saying how it's disappointing, but it's not a surprise that Judge Falalia didn't dismiss the SEC case against Coinbase, much like XRP last cycle. As we enter a bull season, crypto will be in another battle with the SEC. Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. Okay. Let me click that. Boom. Okay. Oops. I hate when I accidentally click something and my MacBook's like, no, don't you want to start watching Apple TV? I'm like, no, I don't want Apple TV. Go away. Justin, decision made in Coinbase SEC case. Bitcoin reacted. The judge has made his decision in the SEC case. The judge in this case rejected the SEC's claim that Coinbase was an unregistered broker. Isn't that good? The judge also ruled that Coinbase's staking program likely constituted an investment contract, meaning it could be viewed as an offering for unregistered securities. That's not good. So while the court sided with the SEC on the staking, it sided with Coinbase on the SEC's wallet-related claims. The judge also rejected Coinbase's decision to dismiss the case. Okay, so the case will continue, and Bitcoin, the price reacted, had this big giant candle with not much to it, big giant wick. Okay, so I'm definitely going to read up on this. I was just made aware of this during the show. Did not see the story a little bit ago when I was pulling stories for the show. So I don't know if I missed it, or I don't know if it just came out. When did that hit? Crypto Panic 1 hour ago. So yeah, so I this wasn't here when I was looking earlier. Interesting. So the plot thickens. The plot thickens. Wow, that's no joke. That is absolutely no joke. Trying to pull something in the background right now. All right, share this tab instead. All right, Algorand got some news. Love to see it. Somebody $10 super chat. What are your thoughts on Algorand? It's no longer mentioned on my favorite channels, and I'm wondering if it's a good project anymore. Okay, well, Algorand is in my top 3 of favorite coins in crypto. To this day, I am still Algo fan. Have some coins pumped more? Yeah, it has, but they have. But long term, play the tape out, what they're building, what they're doing. Hard to not be bullish on Algorand long term. Okay. I think everybody really wants to focus on today's price action. Right now, today, that's what everyone wants to focus on. It matters. Yeah, and I'm a scalp trader, so it matters to me too. But zoom out. Long term. That's why I'm bullish on Algorand. Long term is why I'm bullish on HBAR. Long term is why I'm bullish on VeChain. The graph. Those 4. You know. 2 Algorand companies are leading the way for RWAs and real estate tokenization. Lofty AI and Vesta Equity. Lofty and Vesta Equity share their thoughts on CNBC. Pretty cool. They were on CNBC. Love to see that. Super bullish. And also today, calling all Python developers. Python for data analysis, machine learning, task automation, and more. Now meet Python for blockchain. Only on Algorand and available with the release of AlgoKit 2.0. Get started today. Absolutely massive. I'm going to do a quote retweet on this at some point today. Man, like what people don't understand is like having Python on Algorand smashes the door open for adoption and for more people to build on Algorand. Like this is a very, very big deal. Obviously I wish there were more people talking about it and making everybody realize how big of a deal it really is. But the thing is, like, a lot of people aren't developers, right? You don't know how to code. You might, but you don't. I don't know how to code. Most people don't know how to code. So, the significance of this doesn't really mean much to them. But understand that coding languages are very hard to learn. Think about, a normal language, right? But the Algorand pivoting and being able to code on Algorand on Python opens the door because millions and millions and millions of people know how to code on Python. All right, so that's why this is significant. Also, AlgoKit 2.0 will provide a full kit for developers featuring a library of smart contracts and templates, all necessary application infrastructure running locally, a simplified front-end design experience, native integration in the first common programming language, Python. So there you go. Super big news on Algorand there. Absolutely love to see it. Also wanted to bring this to your attention right here. And people ask me why I'm bullish on VeChain. 2024 has been an astounding year for them so far, which it has. There's also big news coming in a little bit for them. And also stay tuned for my interview with their founder, Sunny Low. I did interview Sunny in Miami. He doesn't do that many interviews, and the fact I landed that interview is big for AJ Writes Crypto. Big, big, big. That interview will be coming your way this week, and they put this tweet out today. We are excited to announce our new digital asset tokenization platform, MAS, is now live with its first enterprise user MotoGP champions, Grenson Racing. MotoGP champions, you guys are talking my language. All right. MAS launch is timely as we look ahead and build tools to onboard a rapidly tokenizing world with projections of 16 trillion in RWA by 2030. VeChain continues focusing on delivering powerful no-code blockchain solutions for enterprises and individuals as we drive mass adoption of Web3 tech. So there you go. If you want to check it out, the link is right here. There's a whole Medium article right here about the entire thing. I don't have time to get into the whole thing today, but I wanted to bring it to your attention. If you want to read this Medium article, I will copy and I will paste it right here, right there, so you can read it if you want to. I don't have time to get into the whole thing, but big news from two of my favorite coins today. Algorand and VeChain, both popping off. Absolutely love to see it. We had about 255 people in the house right now. Man, thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I know, about 35% of people that watch this show every day, that watch the live stream every day, are not subscribed to the channel. It would be a big help to me if you subscribe to the channel. I'm giving it hell over here. I'm giving it hell. All right. Karen, I did not have a take on the FET. I need to learn more about it before I want to publicly talk about it. So yeah, on the merger, I'll have a take on the merger tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm going to look at a couple charts here and then we'll call it a day. We got about 5 minutes left on the show, but I can stretch it out a little bit. I know some PR. So first things first, I want to take a look at Bitcoin. It says at the top of the show, Bitcoin reversal. You're gonna have to look at render too. Nick L, $10 super chat. Taking your portfolio review advice, moving some quant out of quant since I'm heavy in it. Thinking Mina, thoughts on its price potential. Hear great things about it. I'm not going to tell you to or to not buy Mina personally. I know people that buy it. I know people that hold it. They seem to be happy with it. I personally don't hold any Mina. That's not me telling you what to do. I just don't hold it. It's not a coin I'm targeting. It's just not. It will probably do fine. It will probably do better than I think it will, because of course, all the coins I don't hold are going to rip, right? I'm joking, but just be smart, man. What, if you want some direction, go back and watch my portfolio video last week. You guys have a pretty good idea. I've been very vocal about what I'm personally targeting and why I'm personally targeting them. That doesn't mean it's the perfect strategy, but no one has a perfect strategy. Literally no one has a perfect strategy, but that doesn't mean we can't try. Your price prediction for Arweave was 100. It's already 15. Do you think it can go higher than 100? Probably. Yeah, I think it could. I think it could go higher. I mean, guys, this is something I want to talk about. With my price predictions, people have gotten upset with me with my optimism price prediction. I forget exactly what the range was. It was like 345 to like 5 something. And they were like, "Oh, your optimism prediction already got beat." I'm like, "No, it passed the bottom part of the range, but it didn't go past the top part of the range." Like, so you're mad at me that it went up when I did my optimism price prediction? It was like 30 cents. It was 30 cents. I mean, that thing is ripped. That's a good thing. Like, and if I have a price prediction and a coin goes past it, good. Because if you really think about a majority of the price predictions that I've made back at the Hit Network, what were the prices of the coins back then? What were the prices of the coins the day I made those price predictions? You have to think about where I was sitting at that time in the doldrums of a bear market, just praying that the market would turn around at the time. So, if Arweave was at, $11 and I say, "Oh, I think, I think a 10X is, pretty solid." that's a good thing, right? I don't think it's a bad thing if I undershoot a price prediction. It's a bad thing if I overshoot a price prediction. And that's my take. Okay, so yeah, I honestly, Arweave has some of the best tokenomics in crypto. Arweave's going to $100. Believe that. Believe that. All right, Bitcoin. All right, let me zoom. Let me 2-hour chart this bad boy. Okay, so Bitcoin was bouncing at the time, got rejected. Told the group here to have an alarm at, let me get rid of this little arrow here. Told the group to have an alarm at 69,538, which was this level right here. Guess what, everybody? That alarm has gone off. Bitcoin has lost that support resistance level from over here and over here. Okay. And that is one hell of a wick with that news. Jesus. When you look at the hour, you can really see it. So this right here is a perfect example of a whipsaw. All right. So a whipsaw is where right here, how, we're cruising along, we're holding the support resistance, right? We're holding it, and then we shoot up, and then we shoot down further than the place we started when we shot up. That is called a whipsaw. Goes further down. Okay. Classic whipsaw. And whipsaws are generally revolved around big news, like, the whole Coinbase SEC. So now, Bitcoin is heading, this is the 12-minute chart, mind you, kind of heading down below that support resistance level. I really would like to see that level hold up. Also, heading towards this trend line here. Okay, so if you want to follow along, understand, let me go back out to the 2-hour chart here. Taking a second to load, of course. And now it's just frozen. This is wonderful. Let me pivot here. Bitcoin 2-hour. All right. So basically, I don't know why that chart froze, but basically my point here is, someone trying to call me right now. Basically my point here is that Bitcoin is like, kind of in this uptrend, right? And we want to see Bitcoin hold. We want to see Bitcoin hold the uptrend. It can come down and still technically be in an uptrend. Okay. So, and obviously what the thumbnail of the show, Bitcoin reversal. This is what I was talking about on the 2-hour chart. We got a 17 -5 on the dual band strength index, where any number above a 14 is a strong indication. So, Bitcoin can still maintain an uptrend, but it is reversing at the moment. And what I don't like about this the most is when you look at it from here, we don't want to officially see Bitcoin put in that lower high. That's really, really what we don't want to see. All right. So we want Bitcoin to continue crawling. I mean, could Bitcoin, just because it doesn't go up this time doesn't mean it won't ever, right? I mean, just because Bitcoin doesn't go like this doesn't mean it can't go like this. What if Bitcoin goes, boof? It could do that. Okay. But, locally, we still have to talk about patterns and breaks and breaks of structure. And, the structure is we are in an uptrend. All right. Let me just use this line I had before. Okay. And technically, Bitcoin can fall all the way to here and still technically be in that uptrend. But we want to see it continuously put in higher highs and higher lows. We don't want to see a break of structure. We don't want to see it, wiggle down like that. Okay. Because that's not what we want. And that's going to bleed the altcoins out as well. All right. AIOZ. Okay. Daily chart. First thing that yells at me on this one. Look at this here. We got anchor wave, trigger wave, price go up. So despite it having this amazing, massive move, it does have bearish divergence on the daily in a big way. I mean, how big was this move just from here? We're talking 300% in 22 days. I mean, that is a significant move. So now, when you zoom in on the 2-hour chart, let me get rid of high IQ so we can actually see. We do have a hard long exit on high IQ. There's that. So what you want to consider on this chart, if you're holding it and you already made those gains, if you bought it before and you popped off, continue with caution. One, why try to squeeze the juice out of an orange that you already squeezed the juice out of? Just get another orange. But this is the kind of channel that it's in at the moment. All right. And if you're in this coin, I would alarm up, especially on this bottom level here, on this bottom downtrend. This is on a 2-hour chart, mind you. Also, you kind of want to pay attention to support resistance. This right here, obviously a big support resistance level, as it is like the floor that separates, the value area high from the value area low. Okay. This is the floor that separates that. And my bet here is that if I pulled a volume profile, there would be volume here, and then there would be a gap, and then there would be volume down here. Are you ready? I'm going to press the volume profile. And here we go. Boom. Big surprise. Oh, no. Big, giant surprise. Look at that. It's like I understand this or something. Here's the volume. Here's the gap. And there's actually the point of control where the most volume is on the chart. That line that goes across right there. This line. All right. So, that's how that works, everybody. So my point here is that if AIOZ, if it loses this, that would suck for its uptrend. But if it loses this, that would really be bad. This level is at 68 cents. And because you would be entering a low volume node and could fall all the way back down. Hopefully it finds a better support resistance level. But when you lose support resistance and you're entering into a low volume node headed down, that's short city, baby. That is short city. All right. So shout out to anybody who made gains on that coin. I wanted to look at SUI. I know SUI had a nice little pump here recently. Amazing. So, this thing was in an uptrend, had all sorts of levels, alarm set. It's, y'all think I've been trading this chart? I have been. All right. So this level, if you had that alarm set, that alarm went off. It might've went off at 2 a.m, but it went off, 14 hours ago. So, this is why we set these alarms, everybody. I preach setting alarms, being prepared, reacting to the market, because look, we're in this uptrend, right? We're in this uptrend. And if you break the uptrend and continue, and continue going up, that's a long trade. That's a cut and dry long trade. You also have to look at, kind of the market conditions on when it breaks the trade. What are the other indicators saying? Are you going up in the oscillator? Are you going down? What's the money flow like? What does the MACD look like? Where's the Bollinger Band? RSI, throw the playbook of indicators at things before you just jump into a trade when an alarm goes off. But do have to move fast. You do have to be, it does get scary sometimes, if you got in this trade. You break the alarm, you go long. Say you don't get out, you actually end up going down 2% before you go back up. And this is also another reason on why we set our alarms. We set once per beat, not once. We want that alarm to go off every time it crosses. It's very annoying when your phone goes beep, beep, beep. It's very annoying. It's very loud. It sucks. But at least you'll catch those gains. Shout out to SUI. Let me pull a different SUI chart so I can show you, because I had a lot of support resistance on that other one. So now, we got to consider sort of the obvious here, right? We are in, that's a 12-minute. All right. So this is the 2-hour. All right. We kind of consider this being the uptrend. Okay. All right. And it has broken out of that uptrend as noted before. What I do want to say is that, now it is pretty far removed from the point of control. I'm actually pulling this to look at the EMAs. All right. So look, everybody. Look at this. SUI has just got caught with its hand in the fucking cookie jar, because anytime, especially on a 2-hour chart, the price of a coin gets very far removed from the 50 EMA, it always comes back to test the 50 EMA. Let's go back. Let's go back in history here on Mr. SUI. Up here, look at this. You see how far the price was above the 50 EMA? Always comes back right here. Look how far it was above the 50 EMA. Look how far it was. Always comes back. Always. Without fail. That's just the way it goes. Look at it now. Look how far away it is. Look at the EMA. It's right here. The price is all the way up here. This might be the biggest gap from the EMA in a long time. Long time. So, also, we do have a little bit of bearish divergence on the 12-minute price going up. Anchor wave, trigger wave, trigger wave. It could continue for a little bit, but personally, after seeing a pump of this magnitude out of a coin like this, 25% in a day and a half, I'm short chopping. I will be short shopping this project. Stay tuned on the Telegram group for when to get in that short. Really quick, going to look at WIF. All right, this is another one I talk about at length in the Telegram group. We did have bearish divergence here yesterday. Called a short on this one yesterday. Looks like that short played out. It's much further. See down here, bearish divergence. There I am talking about that short that played out. When things pop up, like things like WIF pop up, you always will kind of see them come back down to reality. I mean, we're talking, it's already down 9% in the past 2 hours. Pretty ridiculous. Let me scoot on all this stuff over here. All right. So what I want to notice about WIF right now is that, first of all, look at where it got rejected. This yellow line right here at $3.29. Keep that in mind. We do have touch, break, touch, but ultimately staying below that level. But, this is a conflicting idea because look, it's in this perfect little up channel, So now we're going to have this decision where WIF is going to either lose this uptrend or break this line, actually break this line. So what are we going to do here, everybody? We're going to alarm up. Alarm here. Alarm here. I'm going to set one on this one. I think I already have one on. I have a couple WIF charts. That's why it's not on this one. Yeah, I'm just going to alarm both of these while it's on my mind. I also don't like setting alarms during the show because sometimes it goes off on the show and breaks my eardrum in half. All right. I wanted to take a quick look at render, and I got to roll out. Have gone over a little bit. Thoughts on Helium Mobile TA? Thank you. I don't know if I have time for that. Render. So render and this line have just been flirting. Like touch, lose, touch, lose, touch. I actually just had this alarm go off. This is a 2-hour chart. So it's respecting the uptrend, but damn, is it just, oops, not mean to draw that. It is just fighting this level. It's just fighting this level. And I have noticed that if you would have baby traded every time it's gone off 1% there, 0.5% there, 0.75, this break here, 2.4% there. Basically, if you would have traded every time this alarm has gone off, you'd be ripping trades right now. Absolutely ripping trades. This short right here is very obvious. This is kind of what I'm kind of looking for with like really sure bet type of trades. You see how we have that momentum oscillator coming down. Okay. We have a lower high right here. That red arrow on the 12-minute dead giveaway. The red arrows generally become before the hard long exits. I would have got in off the arrow. 5% in 2 hours. That's a cut and dry, really, really good short there. I'm going to take a quick look at Helium for the super chat, and then I'm out the door. All right. On the daily chart, we got a 16 -5, not a strong reading with a red dot on market cipher B. Red dot, and we're in the blood here a little bit. So as other coins have really done well to recover, this one has not. We are down 35% in the past 20 days. And then, think about why, look at how hard this thing stepped out. Way back here. Even if you got in November, you made 400% in 92 days with all that news. That's pretty serious gains. So you can't blame this project for sliding backwards when everything else is waking back up. When you see pumps like that, it takes a while. It shocks the system big time. Also, look at the big long money curve here into the red. Okay. So these levels here, obviously big support resistance. It already has, let me get rid of IQ for a sec. It already has put in a lower high. Okay. It has put in that lower high. But so there's like kind of the formation of that new structure. But we also want to keep an eye on these support resistance levels. If you're trading, oh, I didn't change the chart. Sorry. I did it again. Sorry about that. All right. So HNT, Helium. Look at how far this thing pumped. Sorry about that. 700% in 100 days. So this thing isn't catching up. While everything's waking back up recently, this thing is not. And that is because it has fallen, about 30% in the past 20 days, 35% in the past 20 days, because it pumps so damn hard. This thing absolutely ripped. All right. Then it's not, it can't go up forever. And look at the money curvature. Long money curvature into the red dot on market cipher B. We got a 16 -5 on the dual band strength index. This thing is not looking healthy at the moment. All right. So what you want to do if you're holding and trading this coin, this would be alarm level 1 at $5.61. Alarm level number 2 would be at $4.74. So really this level here, this is my parachute. That would be my parachute. I wouldn't hold it past that. My money is that there's volume here, and then there's volume here, and then there's a big gap right there. Let's test my theory. Let's test my theory. And boom, look at that. Every time, guys. I just understand volume. Look at this big low volume node and wakes up. So you know what that means? There's this little bit of volume here. If it loses this level, look, there's no volume. None until down here. It would fall straight from here right to there. That's how volume works. I just understand it. I can see a volume profile without even looking at the volume profile. All right. So set those levels on HNT. I mean, hopefully it could reverse. It's not the end of the world. It's still, technically in an uptrend, macro, but those levels are super important, and you don't want to miss that if it begins to break down. Also, that kind of has a lot to do with Bitcoin. Bitcoin does have a reversal today. Definitely honored the thumbnail on today's show. So there you go. Thanks, AJ. It was mobile token you got to run tomorrow. I don't know what that is, but I appreciate the $2 super chat. Thank you. Sorry about not switching the charts. I do that sometimes. I just forget to press buttons. I get so focused on what I'm saying. I just don't think. But hey, I'm learning. Still got 235 people here. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you spending your Wednesday morning with me. I'm giving it hell. I'm going to try to educate as many people as I can. I am super humble about the progress I've made on this channel, and I just want to just keep trying as hard as I can. That's all that really matters to me. I'm just going to keep plugging away. Got a couple of videos coming your way this week. I hope you like the beginner style type videos that I've been doing recently. I really want to help people that are coming up, and then still help the people that have already been up here. So you guys are amazing. Thank you. Thanks to all my sponsors, Crypto Chips, Market Cipher. Big shout out to Ben. Big shout out to J Chains. Everybody here. You guys are awesome. Also, if you want to sign up for my alpha group, send an email to ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Take your trading to the next level. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Get rich or get wrecked. Much love. Have a safe rest of your day. See you tomorrow.